we have part of our shell done, and we're actually going to start working on the head, the flippers, and the tail of our turtle. So we will need a piece of paper, and we're going to go ahead and start drawing our turtle head. So to start out with, I'm going to draw a nice long neck. Now I'm making it extra long so that when I go to glue my shell on top of my head, I have a space to actually glue it to. So I made it longer than I really need. Now the head kind of comes out and back in to the nose, and then out and back in on the other side as well. It gets a little skinnier by the nose. And then I'm adding the nose, but actually on a turtle you can only see the nostrils. So I have two little marks that kind of show where the nostrils are going to be. All right, now it's time for the eyes. The eyes are just kind of ovals, so I'm putting an oval on one side, kind of where the head bulges out, as well as on the other side. I kind of see this additional ring around the eyes. If you want to include that as well, you certainly can do so. I'm not making a full circle, just kind of giving a little line around my eyes. Now for this next part. This part is really fun. We're going to add organic shapes or freeform shapes on the body of the turtle. So you can see that I'm creating these kind of wonky shapes. They're not really a circle, they're not really an oval, they're called freeform. If we don't have a name for them, freeform or organic shapes. And we're filling up the entire back of our turtle. So we have our eye, we have our nose, but this is the decoration of the turtle itself. All right, we're going to work on the fins of our turtle as well. And I'm going to show you one fin, and then you can go ahead and make two yourself. So I'm going to start from the side and make a diagonal line. So it kind of goes up, and then this diagonal line is going to bend back down again. Now I'm going to curve the bottom and bring it up again to that elbow. Then I'll make a line that comes back down again. So it kind of looks like a boomerang. I'll go ahead and look at my picture again, and when I do that, I notice that there's some organic or freeform shapes. So I'm going to be adding some of those in. They're not all the same. They're quite interesting, and if I look very closely, I notice some are small and some are large. I'm going to go ahead and complete all of the spots before I move on to my outlining. Of course, we will need two of these. The back fins look a little bit different, so I'll show you that in a moment as well. Okay, now we're going to address the back fins. So I think I'm going to draw both of them right now, starting from the edge. I'm going to go out, down, so diagonal line out, back down, and then wave my way back. Doing the opposite one, out, down, wave my way back. And then we will need a tail. Since we're cutting all of this out, I'm just going to make a tail, and this one's going to be quite long because I can always put the shell on top of it. Okay, so I have my tail. Again, awesome organic shapes on my fins and my tail as well. So, okay, I have quite the coloring project here. I have two front fins, I have two back fins, I have a tail and a head. These all look very realistic, and I'm ready to start adding the color. Guys, we have taken so much time to make such a beautiful piece of artwork. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing my best for my coloring job. So I'm going to use either realistic colors, or you can use abstract colors. So I'm using realistic in my case, but maybe you want to use pink and purple. It doesn't really matter. Just whatever you choose, you're going to make sure that you're coloring your very, very nicest. Now the nice thing about this is that we are going to be cutting these shapes out and collaging them back together. So when we are doing the outside, I'll move on to the outside here. I'm going to do a little bit of yellow around the eyes. And then I'm going to add some green around all of these shapes. So when I'm working inside, I want to take my time and do a really nice job. But when I'm towards the edge, it doesn't matter if you go outside of your lines a little bit, because we'll be cutting this down. So you can be a little bit looser when you're coloring. Make sure that you're leaving no white spots behind as you color your very best, filling in every inch of the head, the front fins, the back fins, and the tail.